I think we are live. I presume we are. I'm just going to quickly give it 1 second to make sure we actually are live. And this is going to be a short, hopefully, update here, as there is practically an emergency right now. Actually, there's no other way around it. Massive emergency for anybody in crypto right now as we speak. First of all, didn't fully understand what's going on, but I skipped dinner, all right? I'm right now in short, I skipped everything, rushed back home to actually get you guys this little update here so I can hopefully at least save one person. So the situation is as follows, right? Let me quickly open it up here. I have to open up a lot of things at the same time. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's chaotic. I want to do this as fast as possible. So let me quickly find out where we got it here. The CTO of Ledger. Let me quickly find his exact message here. The CTO of Ledger, which is the most famous crypto hardware wallet company, he said, there's a large-scale supply chain attack in progress. The NPM account of a reputable developer has been compromised. The affected packages have already been downloaded over 1 billion times, meaning the entire JavaScript ecosystem may be at risk. The malicious payload works by silently swapping crypto addresses on the fly to steal funds. If you use a hardware wallet, pay attention to every transaction before signing and you are safe. If you do not use a hardware wallet, refrain from making any on-chain transactions for now. It is still unclear whether the attacker is also stealing seed phrases from software wallets directly at this stage, but there's an excellent report here. Now, if you're really technical, maybe you can dive into this. But Charles basically said if you use a Ledger or some sort of hardware wallet, theoretically speaking, you are fine. If you've got clear signing turned on, you can see exactly what you're signing, right? So you're fine. It's mostly for the people that do not use it. The risk at hand here is if I were you, would not sign any transaction right now. And obviously, if you're a crypto person, I sign transactions 1,000 times a day. Don't do it right now as there's some sort of thing that's broken. Right? The exact details, I'm going to be honest with you, it goes a little bit over my head. I've been saving up a ton of different messages. There's a ton of people who gave their version. Here's, for example, OX not going to make it. He said, explanation of the hack. In any website that uses this hack dependency, let's quickly see if we're actually live. Let me just quickly double confirm. We are live for not that many people, but it's okay, right? I just want to hopefully, we got 60 people in here, no notification. If you're watching this, maybe say something in the chat real quick so I can see you are there. But still, hopefully it can save one person, even if they're watching afterwards. So I still will cover it regardless. Explanation. In any website that uses this hacked dependency, it gives a chance to the hacker to inject malicious code. So, for example, when you click a swap button on a website, the code might replace the transaction sent to your wallet with a sending money to hacker transaction. But in your wallet, you'd still see the bad transaction and need to approve it. It's not like you instantly get drained, meaning what is scary right now is there's some sort of swap going on that they can do. They can kind of cheat you out of it. But as of this point, there's no real indication that your wallets that you've got connected or all that are at risk. Furthermore, this will only impact websites that pushed an update since the hacked NPM package was published. But theoretically speaking, that might be a lot. All right. And so the fun fact is, over the past few days, as I told you, I've been moving massive amounts. I've been doing a ton of transactions. I wonder if I was also involved then. Did it just happen right now? Is it happening? Again, all this is quite unclear. The news just came out, and it's quite a difficult thing to grasp and understand. Most people pin their dependencies, so even if they push an update, they'll keep using the old save code. So this basically means that most of the websites, they don't really update that often. So theoretically speaking, most of the websites you're using should or could still be fine, but they're saying it's already got over 1 billion downloads. Not exactly 100% sure how that works. Apparently, the whole thing has got two. Well, let's cover it piece by piece. So your wallet is safe as of this point, right? And this is one person's opinion, but a pretty important person. So this guy's pretty well known in DeFi, so it's not like he's useless. So your wallet is safe, and the effective impact area is much smaller than all websites, even though that is what's being stated by a lot of people. But since you cannot really know if a project pinned dependencies, right? Theoretically speaking, it's not every website. It's just you don't know which ones. or if they have some dynamically downloaded dependency, which is very unlikely though, it's safer to avoid using any crypto website till this blows over and they clean up the bad packages. Meaning, if you've got money on an exchange, you can do whatever you want, you're fine. If you've got money on a hardware wallet, double check every transaction you're doing right now. If you've got money on your MetaMask, something like that, right, and you want to transact with websites, don't do it as of this point, right? Don't do it today. Wait till further news comes out, because there's a chance you're just sending your money away to hackers. It is not worth the risk. Do we know all the details? No. And again, I'm not going to claim here to know every single in and out. All I'm trying to do here is hopefully save one person from unintentionally getting themselves wrecked, as this is the only thing that crypto Twitter is talking about right now. Everybody's talking about it. A massive supply chain attack just hit the JavaScript ecosystem. 18 core NPM packages were hacked, including 𝗕𝗏, stripancy, and debug. These libraries over 2 billion weekly downloads. Here's what happened and how it affects crypto and how to stay safe. So Infinity Hedge here posted as one of the first. Hackers hijack NPM packages in what is being called the largest supply chain attack in history with regards to how many downloads it's getting. If you use a hardware wallet, pay attention to every transaction. If you don't do anything. It's basically what was said by the Ledger CTO. And again, I trust the Ledger CTO to know his business. On September 8th, so today, an NPM account of developer 𝗕𝗁𝗂 was hacked through a phishing email. So it's funny how even one of the most popular developers in the entire world still got phished. Pretty interesting, right? Attackers pushed malicious updates to 18 widely used packages, including 𝗕𝗏, stripancy, color convert, debug, _error_x, and ANSI styles, to name just a few, which apparently have over 2 billion downloads. Here it says, just for one of them, it's got like 50 million downloads over the past week, I guess, so that's pretty freaking huge. The phishing domain was registered just 3 days before the attack. Once they got access, they moved fast. Malicious versions were live within hours. These libraries are foundational. They sit deep inside most web apps, which is why the impact is so dangerous. The malware is a crypto clipper built to steal funds. It works in 2 ways. Passive address swap. It silently replaces wallet addresses inside of dApps. And active hijack, intercepting live transactions before signing and swap the destination address. This is the one I'm most scared about. Theoretically speaking, what they're doing, like I said before, is if you're trying to sign something, if you're trying to do a crypto transaction, instead of sending it to the place where you wanted to send it to, it switches it over and it sends it to a different address. Now, different wallets right now have some sort of safeguards for it, but we do not know how deep this runs. And so if you're not paying a lot of attention, you still might get wrecked. This makes it almost invisible because it could also happen potentially afterwards. I mean, it's hard to say. I'm a little bit afraid of it. Let's see here. Okay, we don't really have too many people concerned, I guess. We still got 170 people in, though. Guys, if you watch this right now, make sure you press that like button. Why not? We got nothing to lose. And again, do you guys normally place transactions? I'm not seeing anybody being too worried about it today. Not too active of a chat right here, which is good, right? At least nobody got wrecked. Would be even worse if somebody said, yeah, I lost everything. But thus far, it's not like I'm seeing many messages over on Twitter of people saying they lost everything. I'm just seeing everybody warn about it. This makes it almost invisible. The malware uses the Levenshtein algorithm to replace your wallet address with one that looks visually similar. And that is also another scary thing. You think you're sending to your own wallet, but you're actually sending to theirs, meaning you might not see it straight at the bat, but with a hardware wallet, you should be able to. So, for example, the attacker's main crypto Ethereum wallet is right here. Backup wallets have been found. So far, no funds have been moved. I wonder how much they've got in their wallets. Then we can actually take a look at that. Let's quickly go ahead and take a look at how much money they've been accumulating here. Let's go take a look at Etherscan. Let's go take a look at this. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to check their wallets. So this wallet has nothing inside of it. So how is that their main wallet then? This wallet has absolutely zero. That's peculiar. All right, let's check wallet number 2. Also has got absolutely 0 transactions. I wonder if this is like a LARP account where it's not real. It's got 0 transactions as well. And this one has got also has got 0 transactions. That's quite peculiar. So I'm not sure if this account is speaking the truth then in that sense. How this started, developers first noticed strange build errors like fetch is not defined. When they inspected the code, they found heavily obfuscation hiding functions like check the 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏, a clear sign that this was targeting crypto. If you build or use apps connected to crypto, use a hardware wallet. Well, I mean, as of this point, I guess just don't use anything. Pin exact package versions in your package JSON. I mean, this is for the developers amongst us. At this time, the community caught it fast, but the fact that 2 billion weekly downloads were compromised shows how fragile our systems really are. For more information, please check this post. And again, he didn't really add too much to it. It's just, again, he gave the warning, and that's basically been it. Afterwards, there's nothing really that came out. A few wallets came out to say, hey, they're not affected or they're fine. And I guess over the next few hours, maybe multiple websites will just update through, or I guess not update, I guess, to not get in the bad situation. Very scary situation, though. It indeed does show how fragile our system is from the perspective that just one guy getting hacked could turn into millions of people getting their shit took, right? The NPM dip that got phished, insane. Hey, Kicks, as part of our ongoing commitment to account security, we're requesting that all users update their 2FA. And I guess, yeah, this is what got him, huh? Yeah. This is what got him. Damn, it seems like we were hit by a recent crypto attack. Check your wallets, everyone. Went to check Phantom and someone had opened an 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏. That's funny. 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏𝗏 shared a major supply chain attack underway. Yeah, nothing new here in these messages, though. Some people are wondering which packages, but again, I am not comfortable enough to tell you how that will affect you, even if you know the package names. DeFi Tuna. We are aware a few hours ago a developer was compromised. Users are advised to abstain from transacting anywhere until they confirm that both the wallet extension they are using and the website they're on have audited their code and confirmed no presence of malicious code. Let me see MetaMask if they posted something. Please check other DeFi protocols you're actively using. So if you're using PancakeSwap, take a look at them. At least if you're using 𝗓𝗏 or 𝗓𝗏 or whatever it's called, the XRP wallet, those guys said they're fine, so that's nice. Let's see, MetaMask, did they release an update? Just quickly checking. So MetaMask developer, there's a supply chain attack this morning via a number of compromised NPM packages. Technical details can be found here. The malicious code attempts to steal crypto in a variety of ways. However, we've not seen any reports of crypto actually being stolen. We will continue to monitor closely. As always, stay safe and don't click links. And then they said, more info on the supply chain attack that's making rounds. At this time, we have not seen any reports of crypto actually being stolen and will continue to monitor. So all they're saying is your funds are at risk of being stolen, but I guess people are not actively getting wrecked, which is really, really good in that sense. That is actually awesome, right? Okay, so that is at least a good part of this then. I'm seeing through here. You know what? We're going to take a look. So I'm looking through everything that I've pinned. Indeed, they're all warning of something. Here's, for example, a better list of everything that got affected. Let's see. Attacker hijacked an NPM maintainer account via phishing and injected malware into 18 packages combined. I also wonder, how can it have 2.6 weekly downloads? How does that work? Does it just keep calling for a download? And it just keeps downloading it over and over, like multiple times a day then? Popular libraries of... but I guess... Yeah, if for example, every website were to do this multiple times for multiple pages, I'm not sure how these things work. Popular libraries affected include debug 360 chalk 300 anti-style 370 The malware modified index.js files to intercept cryptocurrency transactions, replacing wallet addresses for ETH, Bitcoin, Solana, Tron, like whatever. And again, that's cool and all, but I found yet to find one transaction of anybody that actually lost money. And I've not seen the funds and where they went to. As in, maybe they link to wallets, but they're not actively actually taking them. They just are inserting it, which brings up the question. Is their goal to be like a white hat, but then why go through such rigorous measures? Is it to prove a point? Is it to actually steal funds? If so, why are they not stealing? Or if they are, why is nobody posting about their wallets and about the amount of money they took? Because I can't find it just quite yet, and I think we would have found it pretty quickly. If you're a dev, here's the latest list of all the affected packages. If you are, you must be shitting bricks today, huh? So anybody that's new right now watching this, stopping in, do not make any crypto transactions today. in terms of you signing a transaction. If you're using exchanges, I think you're fine. If you're using hardware wallets, double check everything. There's the largest scale supply chain attack ever in progress right now as we speak. We're not sure how far this is going to reach. We're not sure if a massive clip is going to happen tomorrow or in a few hours or what the fix is going to be. But the long story short is if you are using crypto wallets or crypto apps, crypto apps, whatever, you might be at risk here because some guy got phished. What are the next steps? Remove all the affected NPM packages. If you have a specific affected version installed, which again would be one of these, which, you know, if you're a developer, I guess, then downgrade immediately and check your system. Probably a good idea to rotate everything. If you do not have any of the specific versions, it should be all fine right now. So probably most of the websites are working on getting back to the previous version before these, you know, malicious code pieces got inserted. But that might take a bit of time. Or you might have already gotten affected beforehand, which brings up a good question of what is going to happen to all the wallets that got affected by that. I mean, at the end of the day, if they can only do it by, for example, you transacting and then swapping it at the time, theoretically speaking, I think we should be fine once it gets patched, right? Because then they don't have the rights anymore to do it from the server side. But this is an interesting one. Again, I'm not knowledgeable enough to give you guys any guarantees. All I wanted to do is come back here and give you all a little update. Riddle says, bro, go normal live mode. It looks like a regular video. Aaron says, nothing burger. It's the biggest panic attack in crypto that we've seen in weeks. I mean, luckily the price is not dumping, but you should definitely... This is not a nothing burger. What? It's like... What? I really wonder what to some of y'all is considered an emergency then. But yeah. Anyway, the goal was not to go live here. It was just to give everybody an update, quickly go over all the news, and then dip. And if there's an update, I'll catch you guys with another one. But big news, right? Big deal, big problem. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be the biggest crypto hack ever. Could be. Theoretically speaking, if they actually start siphoning funds, which thus far nothing seems to have happened, that is pretty good. But if they do, it could be the biggest crypto hack we've ever seen. So I guess pay close attention to the markets today. If all of a sudden you see Bitcoin crashing by like 90%, okay, not 90%, that would never happen. Like ETH crashing by like 20%, we know what's going on. And again, for anybody that's wondering what happened, we've got the largest, I'm going to try to say the name properly here. We have just now seen the largest supply chain attack ever. And it affects every, or at least most crypto, a lot of crypto websites. And that's about it. All right. So, yeah, I wanted to quickly state that. I'm not sure what you meant with do the normal live. Not 100% sure what you meant with that. Again, the goal was not to go live. The goal was to just give people the information as soon as possible. And I thought this would be the easiest way. Right. But I already posted 2 videos today. And for the most part, if you're wondering what I did today, I've been buying the freaking dip like a maniac, which made me more concerned. The fact that today I dedicated to moving money around, and that is exactly the day that apparently all these exploits are going on. I've been using DApps all day. I've been doing so much that I almost never do. Just today, I went fully crazy for it, which is why I had a little double panic, right? So, yeah, luckily, I mean, I'm going to have to check my wallets. Hopefully nothing is gone. But like I said, I've also not seen any reports of any wallets being compromised. So from that angle, I think maybe it's just the fact they can do it and they're not actively doing it. Let's hope it stays that way. Ferg says, so sell now. No. I mean, if this was if it went bad, you would have seen the markets react instantly. The fact that the market is not dumping like crazy means that most people think this will resolve quickly. But I do have the obligation to tell you, don't make transactions right now. And if it does turn out to be a big deal, the market could cascade pretty quickly. If you're selling now, you're basically selling in preparation that it's going to get worse, but there's no real indication for that. The only thing is there's not necessarily a fix just quite yet, or at least the fix is, you know, theoretical, but practically we don't know what the fix is going to be. But most of these websites can just update backwards or downgrade for a sec, and they'll be fine, but they need to see it, and you need to see it by not transacting for at least today. Probably by the next 2 days, everything will be fine, which is why the market is not, you know, this scared. Aaron says, it compromises the address where it sends. They can't just access your funds. Yep. So the idea here being, As long as you don't transact right now, or if you're using a ledger, double check the transaction, double check exactly where it's sending to, you should be fine. Where again, the risk lies is if you're not paying attention, using the apps and not double checking. That's it. All right. That was it for the little update here. If there's anything else that's going on, I'll probably update you guys with yet another stream or something like that. Don't want to waste anybody's time. Just wanted to quickly get it in here, get you guys the quick little info. And I'll say one more time for all y'all. If you're interested in more discussions or you want to know more about the bots and all that stuff, guys, join the freaking Discord. It's a fun spot, all right? And if you can't see all these different things on the left, press this button and press show all channels. You should be good. I want more people, especially the ones that are using the bots, to start joining in and having a little chat. Why not? Right? I spent the entire day, by the way, clearing YouTube comments. It is a lot of freaking work. All right? I'm trying my best. We also have our analyst in here that is giving out updates every few hours. And soon, we'll be doing some proper live streams as well. All right? So some cool stuff is going to be coming over on that. If you've not done it yet, join Discord. Completely free. Doesn't require anything. Just touch it. Just touch it. Just come around, stick around, whatever. And yeah, more cool things will be coming. That was it for this little crypto update, guys. See you again in another one. All right. Peace out. Thank you for stopping.